Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Roller 3 replay. Spawn on the top right side as the Purple Soviets, we have OBIEK. Spawn on the bottom right side as the Cyan Empire, we have Unityis1. Spawn on the left side as the Green Empire, we have EmpirePlayer. Very original. Spawn on the left side as the Red Allies, we have Yuno. It's Yuno. We do now have the boot camp deployed on the field. Got some doggies being deployed out as well. Bears being deployed out as well. What's a combat engineer being deployed on outline for this oil derrick? And got this dog bouncing out, avoiding the bear. Allied engineer deployed on the field, ready to sacrifice himself to the oil gods. And the bark does stop the bear. And the dog does also stop the bear. We got a Sea Dog advancing on forward. Down south, do have a instant dojo here, dancing from the instant dojo. And Cyan will want to secure his oil derrick. Does have this Imperial Warrior there, which could be crushed, being chased down now. Nothing being pulled out right there. Ink Busters being pulled on now. We've got a number of burst drones in the air. Mecha Bay for green. War Factory for magenta. No structures just yet for red. And Cyan's going for his own mecha bay. And for peace conscripts here, we do now have an airfield for red. And Cyan has claimed this oil derrick. And this conscript may be run down. Will be run down by a dojo core. Does get snared there by the Terror Drone, and now the conscripts could just take his time and throw Molotovs onto the dojo core. You got, however, a Jet Tango advancing forward. Could get quick transform down to engage the Terror Drone. Terror Drone does get the effect there, and as well as a cash bounty as well. He may get the kill down the Terror Drone, decides to fall back a little bit farther away just in case the Terror Drone does pop out like that, and gets gunned down. Garrison does get cleared out by these conscripts. They don't keep peace. You have these conscripts getting gunned down by these jet tankus, picking them all off as it can add up over time. Garrisons, however, is garrisoned. You now have a hammer tank here, as well as a handful of bullfrogs. As well as a Terror Drone making its way down south. We do have a doggy here. That is Magenta's Terror Drone, so the dog could be eaten by the Terror Drone. Does not get eaten by the Terror Drone. And it looks like these jet tankers do get mostly shot down by the bullfrogs. They're going to be backing off out to sea. And decides to stand there and shoot some bullfrogs and gets gunned down by the hammer tank now. And no honorable discharge damage either. Striker VX is out on the ground. And we do got this Terror Drone still moving around. Do have these Vindicators coming from a bomb run. There's an exposed ore refinery core there. It gets a free refinery core there, and none of these Wind Blades or Vindicators will go down as well. That's 25,000 credits down the drain. It's not down the drain. It was on land. By the way. But looks like some of these Vindicators will get gunned down by those bullfrogs, but I say worth. Could have done a little bit better queuing them back home. Up north, we've got some Dolphins, as well as a Hydrofoil advancing on forward. Seaport next to this refinery. And the Dolphins are making their way down south. We do have, of course, a Navy Yard here. Oh, Tesla coil. The Dolphins do not want to see a Tesla coil. And we've got the Terror Drone here. We've seen a bit of fire there. Great snares there. And the hammer tank's trying to deal with these guys. Great cash bounty onto those mecha tankus. I think it threw the Terror Drone inside one of the bullfrogs. Green does have a couple jet tingers flying about. His teammate has a couple Vindicators flying about as well. He also had a hydrofoil here to jam the Tesla coil, but I suppose the Dolphins did die. Hydrofoil could switch it to its weapon jammer to save itself. Did not save itself. I've got the hammer takes there, leeching down this refinery. The Prospector does get infected as well, trying to run away. Over here, we've got this ore collector now being gunned down by Green. Very nice. Got these stingrays now advancing onto land. The multi-gunner turret does get powered off there, or low-powered mode, but luckily his teammate does his opponent does free him up some power. Multi-gunner turret does receive a bit of fire there. Good hits there on those hammer tanks. Does take out 2 of those hammer tanks there with those Vindicators. And I do still got some more harassment there on these ore collectors. Stingrays say hello. Chopper VX getting some good hits there onto these exposed hammer tanks. The elite one will go down. Bullfrog says hello. And Science now advancing forward with some Striker VXs on the ground. Apollo's advancing forward. Gets a good bomb run there onto the Bullfrog, and receive a bit more flak there from the other Bullfrogs. Chopper VXs receive fire from the Striker VXs. Tsunami tanks are also on the ground as well. There's a very, very deadly force here deployed out by Cyan. And that is a sudden transport there. I was curious about that, why that Striker VX or Mecha Tank wasn't firing, but in actuality, it is in fact a sudden transport. Cryo shot does come forward as well. Gets 2 of those tank busters there. Cash bounty here. Green will need a bit of help. Seeing a bit too much fire. Honorable discharge did not get any crushes, nor did the so I'm thinking good kills. Do now have the cryocopters do get shrunken down there. Does slice up some of these tank busters there with the Imperial Warriors. Does get one of the tank busters there. Looks like all the tank busters have been killed on off. These tsunami tanks are getting gunned down. There's still 2 many Striker VXs here for his opponent's Striker VXs to transform. In fact, there's a large number of Striker VXs here, more than tsunami tanks. MCV is now trying to pack on up, trying to engage these forces. Guardian tanks coming down here as well. They do get some good damage there onto these tsunami tanks. Green tsunami tanks are advancing forward with some Striker VXs here, and it starts. If he transforms into Chopper VXs, he will also be gunned down as well. Got these forces advancing forward with a multi-gunner IFV. Now Science in full retreat. Magenta's now advancing forward with a sizable force here of hammer tanks, conscripts, Terror Drone, Tesla troopers, a big mixed army there. Guardian tank is now receiving snares. He could push forward with one of these Tesla troopers there to get the Tesla Surge. Let's take out another Guardian tank there. There's 2 dual-wielding hammer tanks now. These will go down. Let's get some shrinks there. And now the Bullfrogs are trying to pursue these cryocopters. Green's now advancing forward as well with a whole bunch of Jet Tengu or Mecha Tengus. We also got these Guardian tanks here. 1 does get EM discharge there, but does get killed off by the Mecha Tengus. Magenta's force will get cleaned on up. Tesla troopers all get gunned down by the Mecha Tengus, allowing these Guardian tanks to go in on these hammer tanks. These are 2 dual-wielding hammer tanks, so they will do a lot of firepower, a lot of damage. And now that hammer tank does go ahead and go on down. In the middle here, Magenta's MCVs in the region. And it looks like they did get a cash bounty off this bit of money there as well. That's our strike. He does avoid it in general. These forces are getting repaired on up and pushing their way forward once again. Do now have these tsunami tanks advancing forward. We've got the MCV receiving a bit of fire as well. Some tanks backing on off. Soviet MCV is advancing forward. Over here, Green is advancing forward. That is a multi-car turret being bleached down. Magenta's advancing forward with a barracks being put on the front line. Crowd Blast has come forward as well. And Science forces are slowly being whittled down. Magenta's MCV still in the region. Does take up a Tesla coil. Vindicator Bomb Run does come forward as well, trying to deal with these hammer tanks. Got a good number of flak troopers and Tesla troopers in this region. Good number of Guardian tanks for defense. Trying to deal with these barracks. Chopper VX being pulled on out, taking out those Tesla cores that's being pulled on out. And there's a Cyan and an Empire allied airfield right there. That ain't good, so he must have snuck in an engineer. And now the Magenta player is advancing forward as well, trying to deal with that airfield. Takes out a large number of structures there. Signed to sell it off, and now his teammate can deploy on airfield for him to land at, right? Red's now advancing back with his force here. Magenta does lose his MCV, which may have been sold off because I see a engineer model there. None of these hammer tanks are dual wielding. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these hammer tanks are dual wielding. That's a lot of extra firepower there. Red's MCV's receiving a lot of abuse now. Guardian tanks just simply can't advance forward. Green's advancing forward, getting some good hits there on the garrisons. Striker VX is being picked off by the Chopper VXs. Red, what does Red have remaining? Refineries. No naval yard. I think Red's basically knocked out of the game. Red should probably back out the game to get all this economy and infrastructure to his teammate, because right now he has no production. Science been knocked the game mostly as well. Yeah, there is. I just want to confirm there is no production left for Red. Hammer tanks pushing way forward, dealing with some of Green's infrastructure. Does gun down that Striker VX. Cyan is almost knocked the game. Basically, minimal infrastructure as well as same as Red. Hammer tanks are advancing forward. Of course, got 2 of them fully heroic. Make that 3 of them fully heroic. Got 3 fully heroic mecha tankus here as well. A large number of these hammer tanks are fully heroic as well. 3 of the dual wielding ones are fully heroic. The one that's unvetted is the not dual wielding one. Chopper VX coming on forward that can deal with these hammer tanks no problem. Red needs to back out of the game. Before he gets fully knocked out, he can at least give his teammate all of his money he has stored up, because he probably has. It wouldn't surprise me, it's close to 10,000 credits at the moment. Donating a lot of extra guns to these hammer tanks. These tsunami tanks may just want to stay more out at sea. Let's take a quick look at everything. EmpirePlayer is down to minimum. Yeah, the allied player is down to 15,000 credits. I think he's just trying to pull out... no, that command hub's not doing anything. Oh, well, he's trying to pull out mass command hubs to sell off to get peacekeepers. I just say back off the game. Your teammate needs those credits. Oh, so there's a handful of pings over here. I can't read them. Or just beacon.
I present to you the MCV.
Science basically knocked out the game as well. He's building mass ore collector. And there we go. Green now has all of that economy. He does have no more MCV. He's low in power. With this many credits here, it may be a good idea to actually sell off some of the ore refineries, because you simply cannot spend it all. If he has, yeah, he did sell off some of that stuff to get higher power in order to get his higher production, because he needs the higher production at this point in time. He has nearly 20,000 credits.
Twin blade inspection complete.
Magenta has a lot of credits as well.
I present to you the MCV.
And he definitely does have MCV, it's right here, and has plenty of production capabilities. How much money does Cyan have? He's spending all that on ore collectors. Speaking of which, I will give Green a lot of veterancy. Ore collectors are actually relatively resistant to a lot of stuff. But of course they can't resist everything for too long. He does get some good audible discharge damage there on the Mecha Bay. Let's go ahead and overrun some of these refineries. Very nice. And these hammer tanks are advancing forward. There's one bullfrog here. It is fully heroic. He needs to make sure he needs to focus on that bullfrog first. Audible discharge, just get some damage there. And that fully heroic bullfrog, these chopper VXs are just having trouble engaging them. And yep, that heroic bullfrog's all he needs, and I think Green's gonna be, yep, Green's out of the game as well. Yep, those jet tankers not gonna do much. And Green is back out of the game now. This is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.